nice and stirred up.
Renice Cobb-Mallory loves her job as a breakfast cook at a Quincy hotel. She works 20 hours a week here, but she juggles a lot of roles. She's raising her 4-year-old grandson, Kevon, and takes care of her husband, Brian, who used to be the family's prime breadwinner until he got hurt around 2 years ago and could no longer work his good-paying construction job.
Bless everybody, come also with me.
Once a middle-class family, the Mallorys now rely on the Horizon Soup Kitchen for hot meals several times a week.
Get out there and you're busting your butt and you're working very hard. And then at the end of the day, it's still not enough to go around.
And Renice's situation is far from unusual.
In our food pantry for the clients there, 50% of the people report to having at least one person in their household that is working.
Sarah Stevens with Horizon says they see hundreds of people every year, both in the soup kitchen and here in the food pantry. But she says oftentimes they see them sporadically because many of these people are committed to supporting themselves when they can.
80% of the people visit 1 to 5 times a month, so they visit when they need it. I mean, we have people that we're serving that have college degrees and, have, through bad circumstances, found themselves, on the street.
Mitch Ellison is an accounting and finance professor at Quincy University. He says people like Renice are members of the working poor, a socioeconomic class that's over 10 million strong nationwide. They're people who work in low-paying jobs, often full-time, but can only manage to pay their bills and save nothing.
You basically either have to up your wages or you have to reduce your expenses. And the problem with the working poor is there's not a lot of room to give on the expenses.
Ellison says there just aren't as many head of household jobs anymore. Quincy Compressor's decision to shut down local operations is just the latest example of good jobs leaving the tri-states.
As the industrial jobs moved overseas, they were replaced with service-type jobs in hotels and retail, and those jobs historically do not pay as well.
Ellison says he doesn't see industrial jobs coming back, so workers need to focus on other job areas that are growing.
If you want to get out of the working poor into the better paying jobs, you've got to go where the help wanted ads are not being filled.
But Ellison says to get those types of jobs, which include growing fields like welding and nursing, additional education or job training will be required.
I try to be positive because I have so many people depend on me.
But for people like Renice, who are breadwinners and caregivers, going back to school is not easy. So she plans to bank as many hours as she can and put her pride aside in accepting assistance. Kendra Whittle, WGEM News, Quincy.